Toastmasters, honored guests. You guys are at the end of Speechcraft. Congratulations. For you guests, especially Monica, we just completed a 5-week-long Speechcraft, which is kind of a crash course in public speaking. Please raise your hands if you were in Speechcraft participant. Okay. So these gentlemen, I guess, were in this part of the program, and the rest of the people who didn't have their hands up, except for the gentleman next to you, are all members. And so we've been going through this process, and we just completed. So congratulations to all of you. Now, as we move forward from here, you will be part of a club, and many of you have decided to join the club as a result of going through this process. You've seen the value, and you've decided to join a club and move forward in that process. And it's an awesome process, because you'll find that every facet of your life requires effective communication. And this is a great place to do it, because you get a practice in a safe environment, and you'll have people around you who are also doing the same thing. What's great about Toastmasters, and when I started Toastmasters, it was interesting because I really wanted to be a good speaker. I wanted to be a facilitator in some personal growth classes and stuff like that. And so I started taking public speaking. I found I wasn't very good. I was real rusty. I was all fragmented and nervous, and the butterflies in my stomach were just more prominent than any ideas that I had in my head. And so it was all about speaking at first for me. It was all about just getting up there. And I went through the manuals, and I didn't really mark them down. It wasn't important to me to have people mark them off as I went through the process. Later, I became really good friends with the people in my group. And as the group grew, I became better friends. In fact, my best friends are in Toastmasters now because of the commonalities we all have. The biggest commonality being that we're all part of a group of people that really want to grow and excel and get better in our lives. And that's a very important commonality that a lot of people don't have. And so I found that the community that was building, that I was building as a result of Toastmasters, was a major point, or major reason why I would attend, and I kept attending, and I kept going for what turned out to be about 13 years now. As I got better at speaking, and I got more into my friends, it was all about being social. And then I realized, hey, I've done 50 speeches. I don't have much credit for any of them. And I realized that I should have done more of that. I was getting recognized for things like having 10 speeches done, or getting my competent communicator, or having different things happen within the Toastmaster realm. But it wasn't important to me early on. And I want to stress the point to you that it is important, because as you move through and you have your manuals in front of you and you go through the steps, and you get to your 10th speech, that's an important benchmark. Because if you look back at your first speech and what you're doing now to your 10th speech, you'll notice a marked improvement. And as you move into the advanced manuals, and I brought some with me today, you'll notice that you'll have a marked improvement. Everything from learning to speak humorously and adding humor into your speeches, which some of you can use, to interpretive reading, like reading in front of a group of people, storytelling. Another one is persuasive speaking, being an entertaining speaker, having specialty speeches and technical presentations and all sorts of things like that. So there's so much that you can do, that you can get better. And as you become closer, friends, you'll find that it's not only important for you to do, but it's fun. And it's almost, if not completely, therapeutic in many ways, which I think many of you have already found, and many of you will find in the future. The important thing, to wrap all this up, is, well, there has to be a context for it. We've had Speechcraft here, and now we have Village Toastmasters, which is the name of the club that you've all been attending for the last 5 weeks. But how do you keep that group together? How do you nurture it and make it stronger, and keep making it fun, and keep making it exciting, and keep growing from that? And that's what I wanted to address today, and I'll do it quickly because I wanted to set a good context in the beginning. To create an effective club, the first thing you want to do is have effective meetings. The second thing you want to do is have an effective club structure and organization. And then the third thing you want to do is have club goals. The effective meeting is important because every meeting some will be kind of low energy, and some will be really high energy, and some will be, you know, like it normally is. But they should always be something that you want to come back to. And if they're not, you'll start losing people. People won't want to come. The last 5 meetings have been fantastic. It's been fun, it's been exciting, everybody's been risking, everybody's just put themselves out there, and that's exciting. Some of the technical things that you can do is have agendas, have strong, interesting agendas that tell everybody where you're going so guests can follow along and understand where the meeting is and where that's going to. Have a sign-up board, so your Vice President of Education, in this case Hamam, can easily sign people up for the next role, so you're not wondering who's doing what. It's all handled up front. Have email reminders going out, maybe Friday, saying, hey, our meeting's next week, start signing up for roles. Do things like this. And maybe somebody can maybe Hamam, you can give a speech on that, just to say this is what we're going to do, and this is the structure, you know, this is the things we're going to do to make effective meetings. Have name badges, follow up with your guests, and have regular guests. Invite people to come into the meeting that you know are like-minded and you know want to grow as well. Then the structure of the meeting, or the structure of your club and the organization. The structure, I would say, make sure you have all your officers filled. Make sure every officer position is filled. Have a club website and a club roster available so you guys can contact each other. Make a phone call, send an email, and you're not having to wait till the next week. And then have a mentorship program where the more experienced members are helping the less experienced members get up to speed very quickly. And then the organization, make sure those emails are going out, make sure the sign-up board is there, make sure officers are going to training, and make sure that you're getting recognized for everything that you do. Recognition is key, and Ryan does an excellent job of that. And then finally, your club goals. Your club goals are extremely important because they're put in place by Toastmasters for one reason, that for you to have an indicator of how well you're doing, how healthy you're doing, how healthy your club is. So when you set a goal, like for example, to become a distinguished club, which most of you don't know what that means, I urge you to look up what that means, find out what that means. And when you set that as a goal and you achieve that goal, you will realize that you are actually a healthy club at that point. And you're not too far off from being a distinguished club right now with the influx of people that have come in right now and the size of the group and where you guys are heading. So I'll work more with Hamam and Ryan to create this environment for you. But I wanted to make you aware of it. I wanted to say congratulations on your achievement, and if you stick with it, and I think many of you will, you're in for an exciting ride in Toastmasters.